Better late than never. You know how black people do. Better late than never, but we in the mix. Better late than never. We had
That's
technical
right.
difficulties. We had to
That's right.
supply a situation in. We had to make some calls and talk to a few people. But we back. We here. We in the mix. Mo
That's
want
it.
to know. It's a beautiful situation. And listen, man. Sorry it took us so long, but listen, man. You say the best for last, and we in the mix, man.
That's it.
Y'all know
We
me.
out here.
I'm the merciful, man. You know, putting the situation, but y'all here to see Big Mo. So Mo want to know, and Mo is on the natural.
Ah,
No wigs, no wigs, no weave. Mo on the natural. Y'all better get the comment on this one. Cause Mo
right.
on the natural, man. You know what I
I
mean?
promised
Mo
y'all
on the
last
natural.
week. I promised y'all for 2 weeks that we was gonna go natural. And we was gonna love it, and we was gonna love ourselves and hug ourselves and turn ourselves on with this natural look. So I took my wig off, baby. Huh? Took my wig off. And I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna be worried about that. I said it's too hot out here. We're gonna take off all our wigs. So
Listen,
ladies, if you are out there and you are willing to bear it all and say, you know what, I'm beautiful just the way I am, please hit us up in the chat so we can let you join in and so you could show us what you got going on underneath that wig, okay?
know your
Beautiful
true
just the way
self.
you are. Yeah, show your true self, huh?
Know your
Listen,
true self. Tell them about it, Mo. Tell them about it.
listen. I wore them wigs for a very long time, trying to keep up with what media and social media, because that's where I bought them goddamn wigs from, being on TikTok and fucking Facebook, you know, the algorithm. So I buy one and then they keep sending more shit. And I'm like, oh, that looks nice. I done bought about 20 damn wigs. And
And
guess what?
let me ask you a question, right? It's a question like you already used to rock your own hair, you make your own styles with your own hair, you had your hair right, whatever like that. What made you feel that, you know, and this is for all women or whatever like that to chime in, but what made you feel that you had to go, you had to put the weave on, like it made you another person?
No, the crazy thing about me, I've always had long hair. Thank God for my mother. She's mixed. And so, you know, their hair grows long. And so she always had long hair, and I always had long hair. You saw some of my pictures, Rod. You remember me from back in the day. My
Right.
hair stretched all the way down to my bra strap. I had beautiful long hair. Like I was saying last week, COVID hit. All the damn hairstylists was like, fuck that. We ain't doing none of y'all hair. They were scared. And so I had to take care of it, and it had to just grow out. I had a relaxer, a perm. And so when a relaxer grows out and the natural part comes in, it pops off. So my hair was shorter than this, baby. My hair was like, I was bald as an eagle. You know what I'm saying? And now it looks short, but
Right.
it grew so much. You know what I'm saying? You see that?
Right. But
Because I have a lot of shrinkage.
what I'm saying is like what ignited the craze for women to go crazy with wigs?
I think it has a lot to do with, like I said, even before social media, I
Right.
remember wanting to look like a fucking Barbie doll.
That's what it was.
It was TV. It was women on TV, and they were looking like models, size 0, and they were
Right.
prancing across the stage. And all of the women that were in the I don't know if you remember, my grandmother used to call them stories. They
Right.
were
All my children and One Life to Live
yes,
and all of them joints, right?
all of them was slim. And even today, as you move forward to today, everybody that's on television, except for some of them, you know, because they're
Right.
trying to integrate the big girls now. You know
Right.
what I mean? But
Right.
before all of that, it was all slim women. And so you kind of get caught up in that bullshit where you start to feel like that's how you have to look.
Right. Right. Right.
And now
Right.
we want to look like Caucasian women because half of those wigs they got on are straight wigs. We
Right.
don't have straight hair.
Right. How about that?
How about that? We don't have straight hair. And even my little head, right, that I got here, you see what I'm saying? She curly.
Right.
She curly like
we don't
me.
got no
You see
straight
that?
hair.
I don't, I have a straight wig, but I'm not too particular about it. I like my curly wig. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. And until it grows out and I can do what I want to do with it, I'm going to stay just like this.
Right. Well, explain to us for a second.
You said what, baby?
Talk about it.
Talk about my journey with my short hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it happened during COVID. So it's been what? COVID was like, 3 years ago almost 3. Yeah, my hair popped off and I was feeling like shit. And I was like, oh my God, I'm bald headed. I couldn't believe it. Bald as a damn ski jumper. And especially coming from a place where I had long, beautiful, thick hair and had to go to that. Oh, child, I was having a meltdown. Okay. So, and that was for a long time. That was years. I just couldn't get it together. And just recently, I don't know, I just started doing some like healing work with myself. And when you do that, you really come to a place where you're like, I'm beautiful just the way I am. You know what I mean? So that's really what it was all about. I had to do some healing work. I had to do some work on me. I had to start loving me and accepting me the way I am.
Right.
And once I got to that place, I just said, you know what? I really don't give a damn. I don't.
Yeah, weave. So, what did weave do? It made women more confident in themselves.
I believe so, and I think that's what they're following is what they're seeing on TV, and what they're seeing on social media. We didn't have that. We just had Miss America and shit to look at and see her prancing down the damn runway and all that kind of stuff. So we had that before us, but now social media has blown it up to where as soon as you cut it on, there's a black woman on it with a wig in every post.
Right.
You rarely see women with natural hair. And so it's basically telling us that this is what's sexy. This is what's acceptable. More than that, this is what men want to see. That's most of the time that's what we want.
I've seen so many women put so much on chemicals and stuff in their hair before they put the weave on that. They own real hair done fell out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They own real hair. It barely exists because they keep putting them perms and whatever, and then they put them wigs on, and then that's it. Now they really bald headed.
Oh, that was me. I was me. I felt like if my hair was short, I needed to have a fly ass color to pop it out. So here I go now, going to get my color. In order to get the colors that I wanted, I have to lift my hair with bleach.
Right.
Child, she put that bleach on there. And the first time it wasn't bad. But the second time I went to re-bleach it, and it was bad as hell. Shout out to Karen out in Long Island, New York. She's bad. You hear me? Put the second one on, and child, my hair was coming out in my hands. And when I looked, my hair was as short as yours, Rob.
It's just somebody just put up just now.
Yes, it can. And it does. Let me tell you something I just found out. When you put those relaxers on your hair, right? People have done autopsies and the women that have had relaxers and perms, underneath their scalp is green. From those chemicals.
Right.
So they're absolutely right. That hair dye can take your hair out, and that relaxer, that perm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to bring on the doctor right now.
Yes, Dr. Joy, Dr. Nicole.
I'm trying to see. Hold on. I'm gonna bring her in right now because I need her to chime in because she got a little something she want to say to the people about, you know what I mean? We'll talk about that. Let's see.
Yes, and she wears her natural hair, and it is gorgeous, honey.
She wears her natural hair all the time.
All the time. I've known her for some years. I haven't ever seen her with anything in her hair other than her hair, and it's gorgeous.
And she's confident with her situation.
She's so confident. She cut it off. She went down to a number 2 Caesar.
Right.
and let it flat with a little bit of waves and shit. And then she grew it all back. Oh yeah, she confident in her shit. Absolutely.
She in the mix.
Okay.
she
Listen,
all the way in the mix.
she inspires me. Okay.
Yeah, I just hit her. She gonna jump on. Coach, hit us, Coach. We in there. I put your central invite, Coach. We waiting for you right now because I know you got something to talk about that. You know what I mean? That hair situation is a serious thing, man. Like
it is.
But it got real bad. Young girls is wearing weaves now.
Mm-hmm.
They won't even do their own hair. Young girls won't even do their own hair, man. Like that's crazy.
No.
You know what I mean? I guess like they grow up seeing their mothers weave. So they figure that's the weave is the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
they're trying to look like what society tells us is beautiful, is sexy, is attractive to men. Because a lot of times that's what women that aren't whole and healed and have embraced themselves and learned how to love themselves. We so worried about impressing y'all.
Right.
And media shows us, the social media shows us that that's what y'all like.
Right. Oh, y'all believe that's what, and you're right. That's what we like. Not believe, but we done got caught up in that, and we all caught up in that situation.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is that crazy?
We think that y'all want that, and we want to be attractive. So, that's what we do.
That's terrible.
But I'm bearing it all, and I'm not going backwards.
So hold on a second. I'm bringing the coach in. Hold on.
There she goes. Baby, she combed the curls out. She did her whole Angela Davis. Bang!
Coach coming with her thing already. Coach coming out. Black power. Black power.
Listen, I'm in the middle of I was getting ready to comb my hair because we are going out of town tomorrow. And so I was like, yeah, I just have just picked it out and I was on my way to wash it. And this is how it is.
Yeah,
this is how I wore it to work, really. I just didn't. What they gonna do? Fire me?
You wore it to work like that?
I did.
Fuck them. There ain't no policy that says you can't comb out your afro like Nikki Giovanni. Wear your afro, and I dare them to protest.
And they can't listen, they can't whoop me.
They sure can't. Not even if they try their hardest.
They can't whoop me.
Because they were giving you a problem with covering your head, which is illegal. And then I dared them to say something about you uncovering it and coming in there with an afro.
And I wear it like this all the time.
And that's it. And you shall.
I don't pay them folks no mind.
Mm-mm.
I don't.
I
don't even dye my hair. I was listening to, you talk about the dyes and stuff like that, but dyeing your hair is really bad because the dyes and stuff, they leak through your brain.
They do.
And so it causes a lot of Alzheimer's. It causes a lot of brain bleeding, aneurysms, all kinds of things. So yeah, like unless you're going to make the dye yourself, like you can get some henna or some blackberry or something to kind of make you like a little paste and just kind of cover it up. But baby, having gray hair is wisdom, it's righteousness.
And so crazy, I don't have gray hair. I don't know, because I'm old. Shit, 45. I would think that they would be sprouting out all over the place. But I had my hair dyed and I love the way it looked when she dyed it before it fell out. So what I do now is I go and get me the spray at the beauty supply store because I really like the way it kind of just, it kind of just comes on in there, just, lightens up my face a little bit. So I spray a copper, you know what I mean, in the front, but this ain't hair dye. It's a spray, and you go ahead the next morning and this shit, you got to do it again.
Listen, I'm too inconsistent to keep up with anything. If it take me longer than 10 minutes to do it, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. And yeah, I just This is how I wake up most of the time. Like I feel like I'm, a 5-year-old. Like this is how you going this is how you gonna get me.
That's
And
it.
I've never had like wore a wig. I've like never like I can't like every time I think about a wig, I think about the wigs that my grandma used to wear. And I just the looking like the 27 piece. I just cannot do it.
But I'm saying, Coach, that some women were influenced by their mothers. Like women, young women growing up are influenced by their mother because their mothers got 9 wigs in the crib. So they influenced by their mothers and they don't want to do their hair no more. So they go and they throw a wig on to run out. Back before, young girls used to throw a baseball cap on and walk to the store. Now they put a wig
I
on.
mean, I will wrap my hair up. Like I have plenty of hair wraps. I know how to wrap them up, wrap it down. I can wrap my hair walking out the door.
But
Um,
they don't. The young women don't do that no more. They look for
No.
before
no,
they
but I'm
think
not
about
talking
doing
like
their
a
hair.
do-rag. I'm talking about an African scarf that I put on my
Well, they're
head.
not going nowhere near close to that.
And
Oh,
I'm
so
telling you,
I got too much hair for a ball cap.
but even
But you will not catch me. And that's just me in the way that I grew up. You won't catch me with a bonnet outside of my
I
house.
know. Oh
but that's
no.
the thing today. That's the thing today. The bonnet is the thing.
It's either bonnet
I
or
don't
the wig.
and I look fly in my bonnet. Monique could tell you I look fly, baby. I look like I listen, I'm ready for bed, okay.
The
But
bonnet
I'm not
has
gonna wear my
just taken over.
huh?
Huh?
The bonnet has just taken over. Where they stop wearing the wig now. Bonnet is the new thing now. I can put my bonnet on and my flip flops or my flip flop joints, and I can run in the store now, and it's acceptable.
But let me tell you a secret. Up under that bonnet is her lace front. She
Still
still got her
under the
wig,
bonnet.
baby, under the bonnet because it depends on how you put it on, right? Some women put it on temporarily and they don't bond it so much. And some women I was saying it last week, some women put it on and bond that thing down so raw, that thing starts melting into your damn scalp. I don't know where it begins and where it ends. And they
Damn.
put the bonnet on to protect the wig. The wig.
That's
Because
why they do
that wig is a car note.
They're lying. Because the good wigs,
That's a
the wig
car
is a
note.
car note.
It's a car note.
because the wigs that I would buy were like 300 and some change, and it was nice, beautiful hair. And I've heard women spending 700 and 800 that I wish I might.
Thousands of dollars. Do you hear what I'm saying?
The real good
Thousands of
ones are
dollars on
thousands.
wigs and stuff like that. And I
Yes.
would just want to say the bonnet thing is not new. Because even when I was in undergrad, there were some women that would come to class and they would have on sweatpants, a t-shirt, and some flip-flops in their bonnet. We had some professors that would not allow us to come to class like that, but
That's
some
right.
women they would come to class with their bonnet on and their sweatpants.
That's right.
That's crazy.
That's right.
That's crazy.
The
That was
only
in
time I've seen
2004,
Joy,
2005.
the only time I've seen Joy wear a wig is when we went out for Halloween. And we went out for Halloween, and I was Beyonce, and she was Tina Knowles. The only time I've seen Joy wear a wig is when we went out for Halloween.
Wow, that's crazy.
And we went out for Halloween. Is something wrong with my chat? Because I hear echo.
No, that's me. I was just making sure that the other situation is on. So that we are all platforms swinging.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know that let me tell you something, man. It's like, again, back before we understood, we see females. She got the baseball cap on. She was comfortable with that. Her hair ain't done. She put a baseball cap on and run to the store. That was cute for us. That was cute.
It was.
Shorty got the hat on. She got a little sweatsuit on. That was cute. It was all right. So then it went to not the baseball cap now. Now you got the weave. Now you got the weave with the baseball cap on now. So now it's no more weave. I never really seen no time where they wrap their hair up. Chicks never went really, young chicks like in New York never really was on no wrap up stuff. So now it's the bonnet. And social media made the bonnet acceptable for everybody.
Yeah. Because you're right, Rob. In New York, we wrapped our hair. We would go to the Dominicans and we would get hair blown out and they would do whatever they would do. And then we would wrap it and they would put pins in it. Right. And it didn't matter to us how long or short our hair was. We just went and got the wash and set.
That's what it is. Wash and set. That's why they wrap their hair up like that.
And baby, when you come down and take them pins out, you shake your hair, baby. You was everything. You know what I mean?
I paid for a couple of wash and sets in my day. I paid for a couple of wash and sets. They don't cost that much. They don't cost that much. So is it
$25 and you got you a mean wash and set.
$35 tops. Go ahead and get you a wash and set to blow out. She hit you with that blowout. You
baby, that thing shake. That thing shakes so. I used to get them all the time. Okay.
The wash and set was official.
Can we come back with the wash and set, ladies? Just try. Just try and see if you can come out with a wash and set.
On the map.
You might surprise yourself.
The wash and set put the Dominicans on the map.
On the map.
Yeah. I can't. Anything that's going to require me to sweat. And Monique knows when I have went to the Dominicans. I let them dye my hair and everything.
I took a picture. She looked gorgeous.
It looked good, but I was having a time, okay? Wrapping up this hair, okay? Monique had to show me how to pin curl it, how to do, and baby, I was having a time.
Yeah. So I'm a very, you don't own a hot comb?
Listen, my grandmother did all of that for me growing up, okay?
But I'm saying
I am very, very low maintenance. I don't listen. I am very low maintenance. Very doesn't mean because I'm low maintenance means that I'm low quality. Just low maintenance.
Right. Understood.
Two different things.
Right.
So if it's going to cause me to have this peace, like I am diseased with myself, I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do it.
And how come will burn your hair out to a no not one?
And baby, your scalp will have to rejuvenate itself.
But the hot comb was the thing. That was the wave.
I mean, it was a hot comb, and then they moved it to the flat irons, and then now they blow it out and flat iron and all kinds of things.
We had them flat irons torture the hell out of us on Saturday nights when we were little before Sunday morning church service. Okay, you gonna shut your ass up and sit near this stove, and I dare you to make a sound. I dare you to move your head while I'm in this hair. And if you get burned, it's your fault because you can set yourself still.
I think that just goes back to what we were talking about is that there's a standard. You know what I'm saying? Even the way that we were raised, you could not go to church looking any old kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You could not step into certain places and if your hair wasn't together, then they knew something was wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's where we are now as a society is that we're putting so much thought into our hair, but our heart is not right.
Right.
You hear the echo?
Yeah, I just took it off.
Okay.
No, I understand completely. I understand.
It's the same thing for men. Men, if y'all ain't got a fade, if y'all not going to go get your hair done and y'all ain't got no fresh lineup, y'all feel beside yourself. Y'all don't feel like y'all the man because your hairline. And that's what I think. Men who lie don't have a hairline. Like God pushes their hairline back into the beginning of time when you start lying.
But we ain't putting no bonnet on.
Some men will wear a bonnet. They wear do-rags.
And some men,
but that's what our bonnet is. The do-rag is our bonnet.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what that might be your bonnet, but I'm gonna tell you what your front lace looking like. You go to the barber, he cuts your hair, and then you get a can of black spray, okay, and then he get to spraying and spraying. He don't even do your bed. He get to spraying and spraying and get that line up just
Friend.
so. And
Telling
baby,
you.
once you take a shower, you back to being fucked up. But they do
Now
try.
men get a sew in too. Some men
Yes,
they can create a whole new fade and everything.
right.
They will cut it down, baby. They will start
I've
laying them
seen it. Have
pieces
you seen
and
it?
they will cut it up. And baby, you have a whole new attitude. I seen something last night on TikTok. A man was completely bald from ear to ear. And they did some dreads. He had a dread install. And it was a whole lace
Install.
front.
Let me tell you,
He
I've
had a whole
seen I've seen the
install of
process.
dreads.
That's ugly.
They take this
You
white
wouldn't be able
stuff.
to tell the difference. And they do the beards the same way. Men can get a whole beard
Yeah.
put on, and it's an install.
No,
I've
that's
seen them
ugly.
put the white stuff on it. I don't know what it
Yep.
is, but I've seen the
Yep, it's like
white stuff.
glue.
It's a glue. And then they put a woman's weave on top of it, right?
That's
A
it.
curly weave. And then they cut it down
That's
to a
it.
number one. So it can
Uh-huh.
have waves. And then they gonna line that bitch up all the way. I said, ain't this about a
But
bitch?
that help you
That's
flash
right.
back to who you used to be
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like, listen,
before you
we going
lost
to the
your
pool.
hairline.
Before
Gotta
you
go to
look
the
the
pool.
hairline.
If you can't get your hair wet,
Let me tell you something. When that joint start going back like this, when it start receding, that means Michael Jordan, take it down.
But you look like you was able to keep yours intact.
Oh no, I'm good. This real
Yeah.
shit.
And
This
he
real
keep a
shit.
brush. And he keep a when it's all good when
Yeah.
he got the brush.
Yeah, that's my
Mhm.
thing. I don't play with that. I don't play with that.
They ain't
This
got
ain't,
nothing else. They might have left their wallet at home, but that brush,
this ain't no implant. This ain't no
honey,
implant at all.
that's all you.
Yeah, this all me. This ain't no implant.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't playing with that. I don't understand how dudes. I be looking at dudes like, you got the spray? Dude got the spray, and then they get the love potion number 9 and make their joint dark. You see it, Mo? They get the
Oh my God.
they get love potion number 9 and darken up their situation, and then the barber put the fake black spray line on, and they roll out of the barber shop like new money.
New money. Blue bills.
Blue bills.
They can keep that shit because I ain't interested. That shit look horrible.
Yo. I don't even like it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. I ain't gonna lie. It's a sad situation, man.
It is.
But so many men are locked onto it. That's their thing.
Yeah.
That's their thing. I'm like why? Like why is that so important?
nobody really embraces getting older. You know what I'm saying? Some people do not embrace getting older, and getting older is a privilege that is denied to many people.
Absolutely.
And so until you really
they don't
embrace,
baby girl, they don't want to accept the gray.
they don't want. Listen, I was just telling Monique. Listen, I am full of gray. I started graying when I was 23. Okay, gray's just everywhere. I don't dye it. Now my mother, baby, you will not catch her without a rinse. Okay, she is going to put in a rinse because she's just not going to accept any gray. Okay,
Yeah, they don't want
and
to accept
so
the gray.
when people do not accept getting older and what that really means,
Right.
then you have people who invest in the dyes and the wigs and they're going up under the knife and this and that and the third because they want to stay young. And I'm just like, listen, I earned every time I made a round around the sun. I've earned that.
Every
How about
single
that?
round around it. That's
How
right.
about that? Earned that.
I've earned
Earned
that.
that right there for real. Every trip around the sun was earned.
It was
That's right.
earned.
That's right.
And so, who am I to be like, you know what? My creator made a mistake on me. Let me go ahead and dye my hair and let me go ahead and just, put on a wig and I'm gonna go and get me some Botox. Listen, I'm not doing that. You
Omar
got
said
to
he embraces
embrace
his grays.
you got
That's
to
right.
embrace your grace.
Have to.
Embrace all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some things are preventative, okay? You
Mm-hmm.
Right.
shouldn't be 41 and only got 4 teeth in your mouth, okay? Some
Whoa.
things you should not
Whoa.
embrace with getting older, okay? You should take care of your mouth,
Go to the
okay?
dentist.
Teeth are
Mm-hmm.
important. Testify with your teeth, okay?
Testify with
It's
your
a fire
teeth.
with your teeth. I ain't got no sliding pieces.
Testify
I don't
with your
put my
teeth.
teeth. I don't put my teeth up at.
I don't either.
Because
I
your
don't
teeth
either.
are important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people don't know that your teeth health is connected to your heart.
Yeah.
People who have bad teeth usually have a bad heart.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about you are consuming food, okay? When you consume food and you don't break it down all the way, your mouth is the first spot of ingestion, okay? And if
Mm-hmm.
you're
Right.
missing teeth or you got cavities and things like that, you're not digesting it well. So you're consuming way more food than you need to, or you're
Right.
gumming it down. So when you gum something down, it affects your heart. So you're not getting
Mm.
all the nutrients that you need because if you're missing teeth, your gums are going to absorb all of those nutrients and it's not going to get to the rest of the organs of your body, which means that your heart suffers. So you're not getting the magnesium, you're not getting the potassium, you're not getting the calcium because you're missing teeth. And so if Monique's been pregnant before, and so a lot of times that's why they tell women who are pregnant to up their calcium because the baby will take calcium from
Oh,
the
they on
mother,
it early.
and a lot of women during pregnancy will lose teeth because they are calcium deficient.
Yes,
Right.
they are.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's something. That's something to listen to. That's something to listen to. You know, they don't understand it. That's real.
Yeah.
It is.
That's real.
Take care of your body. Your body is people who don't take care of their body, okay, when they get older. Because I'm no spring chicken, okay, but I take care of my body. I
Right.
get my ears checked, my eyes checked. Things that regular things. People always want to jump to the aesthetics, but I want to see. Okay, when the last time you had your cholesterol checked? Because you
Yeah.
ain't gonna feel ready to die on me like the man did in Color Purple. Like, how did he die? He died on top of me. Like, you're not feeling ready to die on me because your cholesterol high.
Mm-hmm.
Cholesterol ain't got nothing to do with good cooch.
You
I'm
know
just
what?
saying. I'm just saying, like, because the dude died with a piece of good cooch, that ain't got nothing to do with cholesterol. You
Your
just got,
cholesterol being high causes you to have issues with your arteries and your heart. So you don't want to
Absolutely.
be
And
the one
you
on the
can't get
bottom
fully erect
pumping.
you
You
can't.
know,
with
you don't want to be the
you
one
cannot.
pumping and then
So
she lay on
you
top of
humping with a
you
gum,
and
you
pass
gum
smooth
beat.
out.
So your
Then you
pump.
gotta explain to the police who's gonna do a big old investigation trying to make sure you didn't kill her. And like they say on The Color Purple, what happened to him? He died on top of me. Like that's what you're gonna have to say.
So that'll mess up your whole stroke situation. Take your whole stroke off. If you take about 8 pumps and then you roll to the side of.
Yes. Yes.
Let me get a minute. Let me get hold on for a second. Let me get some water.
Yeah. Stop the whole session 4 or 5 times through the session. That ain't good. That ain't
Stop
good.
the whole session because your heart is doing too much work.
Your heart
It's
is
doing too
pumping
much
too
work.
hard.
It's working too
You
hard.
putting all that stress on your heart.
That's a turn off, right?
It
That's a big.
is.
I would say so.
Because I want to enjoy the moment. I don't want to have to be in the moment and have my hand on the AED, getting ready to
Oh my God.
and hook you up to the AED.
Oh my
The
God.
AED on hand. I'm gonna tell you another thing. You probably know this because men talk. But when a man has diabetes, he has a problem with getting an erection.
He does.
You heard about that, Ron?
That's why they got
The
so many
erection is not as
pills.
strong.
They got so
And
many
that's a
pills.
problem for me.
They got so many pills. They got so much. They got so much stuff. They got so much drinks and juices and stuff to get you to that point so that you can rock out.
You can rock out for a little bit, but those things could cause you to have a heart attack.
There's some of them pills that have your heart racing like crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You got to take care of your health.
Yeah,
You got to cut off that shit.
You want to skip steps, and I'm just like, you want to jump into the coochie, but you ain't checked your blood sugar. You not finna go into a diabetic coma on me.
And let me tell you something. And it'd be older brothers who want to hump on young chicks.
Yes.
That's right.
They want to dive on them young chicks, and they be
Don't end up on a t-shirt
and they
messing with them young chicks.
And I don't want to have to be nobody's nurse's aide.
How about that?
What is it? It was a Henny and one Red Bull.
You need some sea moss, sir. Get
You
you some
need
sea
some
moss.
sea moss. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. When I go away, and Joy will tell you, when I go to Jamaica, that's my drink of choice, okay? Because I don't want to get lit. I want to get toe up, but I don't have health issues. Like I don't have heart issues, like mainly major heart issues. I don't have any diabetes. You know what I'm saying? My cholesterol's down. I don't have no issues. So I can afford to have that Henny and that Red Bull. When I go to Jamaica, you better know I'm gonna have that Henny and that Red Bull. Okay. I'll drink water afterwards when I finish partying, but I'm gonna drink that damn Red Bull and that Hennessy. It's a good match, okay?
If I'm going on vacation with some tail, like all the weeks before that, I'm going to the health food store, a health food spot, and I'm getting all the stuff that you take that's supposed to keep your blood circulating or keep it so you're drinking it right. Because it'd be a sad thing to get out of town with a piece and it don't work. You be upset.
And she would too. She would leave your ass.
No, she would be depressed.
She would leave him there.
And you be a sucker to talk about where you going. You mean where you going?
And she might even she might even leave your resort and go find somebody else. Because I will tell you the truth. In Jamaica, they have some shit called rent-a-dread.
Man.
And honey, they rent, they pay for the Jamaican men just to straight have sex with them. So you look and you look and you get my wish. Listen,
Stella got a groove back.
She getting everything back. You done left her because you wasn't performing in the hotel or whatever, and she heard about the rent-a-dreads over in I keep saying Westmoreland because that's the
Rios?
No, the grill.
The grill.
That's where all over, but that's where a lot of them are. And I've been to the grill and I watched older white women. I'm talking about women in their damn 70s.
Right.
With men in their 40s and stuff in the car, ready to get to the joint to get what they need to get to. And they fly over there just for that. So that's where your girl's gonna be if you can't get it together. She's gonna be over in the grill with the rent-a-dread.
Because how much you gonna eat? Like you can't be 5 days on a vacation. You ain't eating coochie for 5 days. She like, come on, my man. Like
it begins to be redundant.
Like it's cool. I wanted you to eat the coochie, but for the whole trip, tighten up.
Not the whole trip.
Not the whole trip. Not for the whole trip, man. Not for the whole trip.
No.
And a dude can't break out no strap on.
Ooh.
That's disrespectful.
That's
disrespectful.
Honey, I've seen one. It's this one right here. Wait, I can point to this side. This one right here, Dr. Joy. She knows everything about everything. Fun facts, all kind of shit, school shit.
Unbelievable.
And she told me, was it her that told me about the strap on? So I would talk to somebody else, and I was like, "What's the strap on business?" And he showed me, right, and on a little thing he was showing me on his phone, the strap on. Okay, no, I'm sorry, it was a ring around it. You know what I mean? The ring, and it had like a, you know what I'm saying, Rod? When I talk about a ring.
You mean like a real ring?
No, like a eggplant ring.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't want to say. Yeah, I don't want to be too vulgar, but it's the eggplant ring, and it goes down all the way at the bottom by the base, and it helps to keep a man erect. And it also had, I don't know if all of them have it, but it also had this little piece that kind of like went down toward his God have mercy. It went down and it had a vibrator on it. So it was going down to in between his legs down toward, it was traveling down a little too far toward his.
No,
I promise you. And there was it was a button on it that you could press. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm lying. And honey, she pressed it for him.
No way.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No way.
That's what I said. I said it's just getting out of hand.
Nigga got vibrating butt plug? No way.
It wasn't a butt plug. It was just something.
Way.
It didn't go in. It was just like a curvature, and it kind of went down.
It wasn't supposed to be curving by that situation. No way. No,
it doesn't go in. It doesn't. It just grazes. It sits on top of the walnut.
No,
Joy knows I like to draw pictures. So let me just see it.
If it goes past,
it sits real nicely on top of the sack.
Yeah, I'm drawing it.
No way.
I'm drawing it so I can help you see. So the ring is tight around there, and then it has a piece, right, that kind of goes down, and it begins to go down, and it has a little button on it. So I'm gonna show you. Okay. A button. Can you see?
I can see.
Okay. So right here it is the cock ring, and right here is the cock ring. Oh God. This thing right here, this backward shit, right there. So you see the penis, but you see at the bottom, that's the ring. And then there's like, it goes down. It just kind of goes down and it goes kind of under. But it does not go inside the anus. It just kind of tickles it. Did you see Rod's face when I said tickle?
That's taboo. That's taboo.
It really is. It is. I don't agree with it. That's but taboo. I just like to
any man, and no disrespect to individuals who and no disrespect to individuals who want to do what they want to do. But any man who plays near that area is they want it in that area. I don't care. They want it in the area, and that's what it is. Because once you start playing in that area, you want to keep playing in that area
until it goes all the way down into the area.
Bit, oh, it felt good. It turned me on. Oh, it got a little. Oh, wait a minute. No way.
We'll say Rod tickle. Rod, it tickles. It does, Rod. It tickles it.
They can keep all the tickling. I don't know. Tickle is for toes and underarms.
Yeah.
That's it.
Listen, I agree with you, but you know me, I always like to play the devil's advocate because there are people that don't think how you think, and I just try to help open up your mind to try to help you to understand what other people might be thinking. Look at his face.
Okay, they can think how they want to think. I'm just saying, from my side of the coin, we are not doing nothing to tickle the situation. Tickling is for toes and underarms. That's it.
Okay. Let me just say this from a medical standpoint, and
Medical.
yeah, from a medical standpoint.
All right, I'm listening. I'm listening to the medical standpoint.
And Dr. Joy can back me up on this. Okay. The anus, she said, I'm crying. The anus is the most sensitive part of your body, really, right? So it's like it's more sensitive than if you were to have sex in a vagina. You know what I mean? So let's just say a man is having sex with a woman in her vagina. Okay. Feels good, whatever. But then he goes downtown, you know what I mean, into that place, and he goes in there, and I've heard women say, and I just but I've heard women say that they have had orgasms that way.
Nah, listen.
Better than an orgasm in their vagina, because there's nerves in there in the anus that are not anywhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, there is nerve endings there, but there's so much that happens on the backside of a person, because there are certain muscles that are back there. They can get tight and they can get loose, things of that nature. I mean, to each their own. I can't do it. Okay, it's just a personal preference for me. I'm just not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But I've had some men to ask me. Okay.
I'm talking about men in general. I'm talking about men in general swinging on that part of the jungle. Like, no, sir.
Some men do that. Some men prefer.
And I'm gonna tell you this:
to toss that salad. They like to be back there.
And they also don't think that they're homosexual because they like that.
I'm gonna tell you this. Here's a sign that a man that he wanted back there. If a woman is giving a man top, right, and the top is getting good, and they go down to the T-sack, and the T-sack is turning them on, and she start going under the T-sack, and if a man lift their legs up in the air, if a man lifts his legs up in the air, high in the air,
high and lift it up.
Know that. That's a sign right there. If he's lifting his legs up in there and holding his legs and looking down for you to go down, no man.
Lord have mercy. Here I go. Let me see. Let me enter the studio.
No, that's a sign.
Y'all got me so tickled. What is it saying? Let me see something. I don't think I can hear me. Oh God,
we can hear you. We just can't see you.
Okay. Y'all can hear me.
Yeah, you back in the mix.
Okay, because you know how my mic was acting up. Now I hear echo. Y'all hear an echo?
Yeah, because I gotta remove you from the situation.
Okay.
I gotta remove you from. I don't see how to remove kick from the studio. Kick guest from the studio. Okay, there you go. You good?
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah. But listen, man, I'm just telling you. And you see a dude, you mess around with a dude, you go down by the T-sack, and he lift both his legs up in the air. And
ready.
He's ready.
He's ready. He's ready.
Jambalaya on him one time. He's ready. Like, no way. That's against all rules and regulations.
And even Kevin Gates, who is just as freaky as they come, I watched that interview.
Right.
And he talked about all kind of things. I just was like, woo! I had to get a church fan going. I said, Lord,
he's extra loose. He's extra loose, man.
So, but he got to that one part where he said, Carisha asked him, she said, so you like to toss salads? And he was like, oh, yeah. He said he loved to toss salads. So she said, do you like it done to you? And he said, I do not prefer that. So, and he said, and there was one time that one woman went down to the sack, right? Which is what some people like. And then she said, game over. And then, I agree. And then she went down with her tongue like underneath and was kind of traveling down south just a smidge too much. And he said he cut it right then and there. He was done because that's something that just, that's not it.
I'm just trying to tell you, that's like men, real men, we ain't playing that. We not playing that situation like that, man. Real men, we just say,
right.
and some dudes are just we just freaking off. Like, well, that's for you. That's for you because once you start playing around down there, you're gonna keep playing around down there, and that turns into something else. And if that's how you want to play, have a nice day.
Have a nice day. And that ain't playing around. That's not like, oh, you just playing around. You like that shit.
You like it because then you start asking for it.
Yes.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that again, huh? And then that's when she started looking at you like that was a one-time deal that time. And now, you want to put that on the playbook every other week.
But sometimes they both into it. So much shit going on around. Sometimes they both into it.
You can't put that in the playbook every other week, coach. Come on, coach. Not every other week. You talking about I'm feeling spicy?
Different type of person in the bedroom. Just say that. Like, if I'm really into you, and me and Monique talked about this earlier this week. Just say I'm different. I'm different. I try a little.
And you won't get into details about that different on our next show. Don't think you just gonna
because halfway. We don't do halfway.
No. Don't think you're gonna skate through that question. Oh no.
Halfway on chopped cheese?
Not on chopped cheese. No. More wanna know.
I am a little bit more open, and I'm a little bit more.
You got the closet with the whips and the chains in there. So somebody come in your room.
I've done chains. I've done wax. I've been tied up. I've tied other people up. I mean, I've gone to whole sex parties. I mean, I have gone I've done a lot of things.
Coach! She wasn't expecting that from Coach.
I'm just saying.
Baby.
And listen, and Monique knows my backstory. My grandmother owned a brothel. So I grew up around people having sex all the time.
So you in the mix. You in the mix.
So I've never been scared of sex. I've never been the type of person that will just withhold it and be like, no, if I feel like giving it up, I'm gonna give it up. But I'm not a type of person that will kink shame. Like certain things that people will do or want to do, I'm not going to be like, that's too, to each their own. There's certain things I will not try ever again. But at least I will try at least once. So I just talked to Monique earlier about.
So if a man is not willing to explore with you, that's a turnoff?
No, it's not a turnoff because I mean, once you've had exceptional sex, it's really hard to go back to regular old run-of-the-mill sex. Okay.
Right.
And so once you've experienced, hanging from the ceiling and being tied up and, sucking dick from the back. I mean, there's just different things.
Joe, you need to get saved. You need to get saved.
That's what, and just briefly,
from the
that's
back.
what qualifies as being a coach, because you have been in the office.
I'm the coach. And I didn't learn to coach from the sidelines. I had to play.
Mm-hmm.
So is there certain things that I don't, and plus I have two good friends that we went to college together, and both of them are sexologists. So we talk about stuff like this all the time. So there's not a whole lot. And I was even telling Monique, there's certain places on a woman's body that a man can touch and massage, and you will have an orgasm in your mind. People are so surface level with the body. The body is a magnificent thing, but
No, it
people
is.
only want to lick a lick and get their nut and go on. Baby, that's not gonna do it for me. If you don't take
Let
your
me
time
tell you something about
and
you Southern
spread
girls,
my
right?
legs across
Now it's
continents,
Southern girl.
Let
Now
me
it's
tell,
Southern
let me
girl.
tell you
Because
something about
I'm
you
from New
Southern
York
girls,
City,
right?
so I want to hear this.
I just want to tell you something. Wait a minute. Can I say something?
Go on and say.
Let me say something about you Southern girls, right? The way that y'all speak, if a dude ain't, if he ain't pimp ready, if he ain't solid in his macking, them Southern
I'm
girls
like,
them Southern
me and
girls are
Monique
having
went out Sunday,
macaroni and cheese.
and they listen. I'm pimp tight.
Them Southern girls
Pimp
will have you like
tight.
macaroni and cheese if you not on your pimping.
Absolutely.
They start talking that Southern talk, and they start touching you, and it's okay, baby. And you done had 2 sips of that yak, and you sitting back, and you mess around, and that Southern girl, how you doing some things you ain't want to do, and you sitting there after it's over, like, I hope she don't tell. No bueno.
I give up.
And
I just give up.
Them Southern girls that know the power of the P.
Power to P.
And I do.
Situation.
It's a situation.
You know what I mean? See,
it took me a long time to know. I knew it was always good. Always got good feedback, and I know it's different. Good. But I didn't know it was as powerful as
New York chicks is different because once they got dudes start chasing them down, dude done had it a couple of times, and he full thirsty, and now you can't get rid of him.
That's a stalker.
Yeah, it's a stalker.
In some situations, you're gonna have to sign a non-disclosure.
Tell you something about that stalking stuff, though. They say it's a stalker, but you still give it to him. You still give it to him and then tell him don't come back. You can't do that and then call him a stalker.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to give it to him.
If I warn you beforehand, if I say this is not what you want, I warn you. If I warn you, it's kind of like when some people go to the store and they read the warning label on some cigarettes. They say this can cause you to, get cancer, lose weight, this, that, and the third. I warn you.
But he knows when you're serious, when you say no, I don't want it for real, and when you say, I don't want you to, and you play coy. He knows the difference.
But men
so he's not a stalker when you act like that.
But Mo, men would be like, you stupid. I'm Tarzan. You got to tell me, no, I can't handle it. They'd be like, baby, I'm telling you, don't do it to yourself because it's gonna be a problem. Like, listen, ma, let me tell you something, ma. I done been to Tamaree to Timbuktu. I done seen every kind of cooch from blue to black to blue. Ain't nothing you can't get at me that I ain't did before. And then you get wrapped up, and now you standing outside their door talking about, I just want to talk to you.
Box.
Yeah.
In the bushes.
Then you
like Aretha Franklin. Rat tat tapping on my door.
You standing in the bushes?
In the bushes.
You standing in the bushes talking about, Coach, can I talk to you for a second?
Can I talk to you for a second?
I just think that's how I start, Mo. Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah. I just got some things I want to say.
Can I come in? I just want to talk to you.
No. And my cutoff game is real good, but because once I'm done, I'm done.
Yes.
It is nothing that we can talk about, and I don't want to say anything else. But the thing is, I warned you. I warned them. I warn you.
Y'all wrong with
I
that.
give you a presentation, a PowerPoint, note cards. I'm telling you, it's something different because once you start talking about mixing masculine and feminine Kundalini energy, because that's what I do.
Time out. You can't be sliding on past the people like that.
I was about to say Kundalini energy. We're gonna need a Merriam-Webster's definition as to what that means.
Sick
Sorry,
lady.
we need to know.
What's that, an Italian dish? She said,
Yeah, that's what the shit said. A kundalini.
Kundalini.
What
Does
is
come
that?
with
What
red
kind of
sauce
sauce is
or
in
white
there?
sauce?
Marinara or fucking?
What's that?
Listen.
Alfredo?
Y'all need to do y'all research, okay? And y'all need to take a tantric class, okay?
That I
Take a
agree
tantric
with.
class.
I was gonna say
Okay.
let's challenge each other to take a tantric class because I want to, because Joy did and she said it was amazing.
A
She
tantric
said-
class?
Tantric.
Tantric.
Yeah. Tantric in its different levels. Tantric, okay? And it's a way to be able to connect energies, okay? Being able to
Right.
connect on open up your heart space, open up your third eye, being able to connect on a deeper spiritual level. That's what
Right.
Kundalini is. Because when you be able to come into me, okay, because women are receivers. When you receive my energy and I receive yours, and both of those energies intertwine, it becomes a healing energy. Women are healing. Sex is just not for sexual pleasure, it's for healing. And so when I provide a kundalini to you and you walk away better than what you came to me, that's why you outside in the bushes.
Come on now, talk about it, Coach.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
haven't had it done yet, but I've
I'm gonna
seen
order
it
me some
done.
Kundalini. I'm gonna
I've
order me a
seen
little.
it done on a show.
I'm gonna order some. I'm gonna order me a light Kundalini.
You're a fool.
I'm gonna order me a light order Kundalini.
A
Yo,
light
Ro,
order of kundalini.
You can't,
yo,
there's
Ro,
no
you
such
order
thing
some
because it's either
Kundalini,
you
yo.
all in or you not. And it's kind of like one of those things like once you experience it, you can't unexperience it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
It's true. And I challenge that we will come together at one point or another, and you have to find you a partner, not that you're just sexually attracted to, but you have to find a partner that you have that you're intimately attracted to. And I have to do the same. Jesus, God knows when that'll happen. And Joy will do the same at some point, and we'll all get together and we are going to do our live show in our tantric class.
Nah, tantric ain't for everybody to see. That's for everybody to see.
Now,
I mean, it's not for everybody to
You're
see,
not
but you need to be
naked.
able to come back and talk about your experience.
You're not naked. We're not on Pornhub.
Oh, I'm trying to say you talk about Kundalini.
No, tantric, you can be in a sports bra and some gym shorts. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like that, Ross. It's not like that. No, we wouldn't put that on the show.
I thought you was talking about wearing a situation with the crotch cut out. I'm talking about Kundalini.
You see how simple you act. You see how simple.
Simple as he wanna be.
I'm just saying,
Kundalini.
man.
Listen, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because I've seen it and it looked marvelous. It looked you can have an orgasm and neither one of you have penetrated. He has not penetrated you. I'm interested in that.
See,
We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, okay, friend?
Yes, we will talk about it tomorrow.
Self-control is a serious situation. I know that self-control is serious, but when you start playing around in them situations, you think that self-control is serious. I don't know.
Yeah, because really and truly, and Kevin Gates talks about this in his thing. He talks about having control, like being able to reserve your semen and how it builds up a man to be able to not engage in sexual activity. It actually helps to clear the mind, absolutely gives you a better sense of self. Yeah. Semen retention.
Well, listen, I understand. That's a good thing. That you go to points where you don't do nothing and like you at a certain level, you know what I mean? And you're not even really thinking about it. Like you like, man, you once you get control of that situation, but there's times that you start doing it, you doing on a regular basis. I done seen joints online talk about masturbating is good. It's good for you. They said masturbating is good for you.
I think ejaculating is good for you. Ejaculating, I've heard that it helps to like not so much cure, but to help you. What word am I looking for, Jordan? So you won't even get cancer. Prevention.
Yeah, so it helps to it's a prevention.
Yeah,
It's
it
to
helps to
prevent.
prevent cancer. The more you ejaculate, the more you help to prevent cancer. Now, yes, in masturbation you can ejaculate, but I am so not a big proponent of masturbation because I just feel like you're cheating yourself. Will she say, Mo, raw faces pregnant? Because that must mean roll. That must mean Ra is getting to it every night with that baby all in that porn up, huh?
Listen, man, I throw it every once in a while so I don't go out the door thirsty.
You know what?
I'm just keeping funky. I
appreciate your honesty, but I just need you to understand that as you grow within your sexuality, because it's not sexuality and sensuality and intimacy have nothing to do with sex.
Listen,
if you're
a sexual predator, right? Men are sexual predators, and I ain't got nothing to do with the negative. Like, some people want to take that negative, but men are sexual predators. They come out look for it. Like, you may not intentionally be looking for it, but you'll be on your way. You be like, you start looking at these chicks is half naked walking around in the streets. And
I disagree.
Listen. Let me finish. You will lose complete focus on something that you was intending to do because you eyeballing like this. You eyeballing. You looking at breasts hanging out, booties everywhere, and men are natural sexual predators, and that's just it is what it is. So every once in a while, if you throw one and you get it out the way, then you can get about the business because you got rid of it. You good, you all right. You got about the, you may seem like, I'm good because you done got on Pornhub and you done rocked out with Sally from the Valley.
Listen, I think that the animal kingdom are sexual predators. Okay. I think that men can, I think that they can practice discipline.
You 100% right.
So there are some very mature men that have gone through that state where they looking and they found some empty situations by doing that. And then when you elevate to a different place in your life and you start vibrating on a higher vibration, that doesn't even turn you on. And I know men that are like that. He's like, I had that, I did that, I've been there. And he's like an older guy, he's in his 50s. He said, I've been doing that my whole life. Show me something different. Because I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to be intimate. I want to make love. I don't want to have sex. So I think men can get to that place, and not all of them are looking up and down and seeing titties or whatever. He sees it. He goes out and sees it, of course, because it's everywhere. But he's like, come on, Ma, like, you know what I mean? He knows that he got a beautiful woman at home that he can enjoy himself with, and he's looking for intimacy. He's looking for that closeness, that safety, that peace. And so that's not even intriguing to him. Not all men are like that.
Right. So not all men are like that, but some men are slaves. Like they just, that's just what it is. Like some men are just slaves and like they want it.
Slaves to your immaturity is really what you're saying.
Why is that gotta be immature? Because you want to hump. That's immature. Because you enjoy sex.
That's it's so empty. Yes, it's immature. Yes, it's emptiness.
And it doesn't amount to anything. Because just because you get a piece of penis, okay, I'm looking for your mind. I'm looking for your heart. I'm looking for your
And you,
ambition. I don't.
and you
I
looking
can
for him to
hop on
bust it
this
out.
until the cows come home.
You need
Okay.
him for to do what?
You looking for him to bust it out. Like
She really isn't.
I can listen. I can respect that. You get into my mind and get into your heart, and I love the way that we interact with one another. But when we in the crib, and if you ain't busting it out from time to time, all that mind and heart and spiritual level is not going down if the man ain't busting it out. And I don't
I'm
care
not
about
saying
none of that.
I'm not saying that you can't bust it out. What I'm saying is I can't stand you, Rob. I'm not you're a damn fool. I am not saying
Oh,
I'm not at all
no.
saying that you can't bust it out. What I'm saying is find you a woman
Right.
that you can have a broader, interaction, and it's just not busting it out.
No, let
Because
me
you'll
tell you.
find yourself feeling different. You'll find yourself, she's elevated and she's got all of the things like we talked about last week. The piece your friend wanted to know, what are you bringing to the table? And there was a lady that met Coach today that said, and she was 81, but she was a sassy 81. Like she's still out there getting to it. And
Right.
she said, Joy asked her and posed the question that we talked about and said, what do you say to men that want to know what you bring to the table? She said, I am the table. Need to know, what are you bringing to the table?
Right. Right.
I am the table. Because she said, what does the table do? It supports and holds up the things that you put on it. I am the table. And that's what women do. They support, they hold up what you give them.
Okay, now, so listen. So I'm not a savage. I'm just, I'm vibing with y'all, and I'm not a savage because I don't want to empty. I don't want a chick that empty that I can't grow with, that I can't
People
build
be
with.
talking bullshit and it make you want to squint.
I'm telling the truth. Like, listen.
I make you want to squint.
Listen. I'm 54 years old. Been there, done it, had it, played with it, all that. So, I'm in a different stage in my program, right? I don't want to share my situation with an empty with an empty woman. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that because coochie is free. You can get coochie is free. You can get a coochie for a dime or $1. Coochie is free. So I'm not caught up in that because if I can't vibe with you, if I can't talk with you, if we can't try to make $1 together, then you ain't no use to me. You ain't no use to me. I don't care how intelligent you may think you may be. If we can't get $1 together, if we can't grow together, if you can't stimulate me to make me go out there and go out and chase a situation, then you ain't no good for me. You ain't no good for me at all. So, you say the woman said she is the table, but the man are the legs holding the table up. You know what I mean? So hold on to that. Woman may be the table, but the man is the one holding the table up because
I disagree.
The man's part of the legs holding that table up, man.
I disagree.
I'm telling you.
I'm not saying y'all don't have a part. I'm not saying y'all don't have a significant part.
Very
when
significant.
When you are mature and you coming into that relationship, vibrating high, knowing who you are, being the man that you're supposed to be. I'm not saying that you don't have a part in it, but she was saying that she is the table because women are the support of the relationship. Okay, you have a role, but she's saying what we have, the table holds up what it is that you put on it. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
That we support. And I was saying this last week. I can cheer you on until you get in your own business and getting to realizing that you can do it. And now he's doing it. We ain't together, but he's doing it. Why? Because I was supporting that dream.
But it go both ways. For me, it go both ways. Like we try. I see that society a lot of times. you know, and the black woman has been a stable foundation to the black man for thousands and thousands of years, right? But also you got to look at it as like the black man is being who he is, and once he understands who he is and he understands his situation in life, then he's also there's 4 legs holding up a table. She's 2 and he's 2. Because without both of y'all doing what y'all doing, the table gonna fall. So the woman is not all 4 legs.
What say you, Coach? Because Coach is about to bust at the seams.
This is the thing, and what was imparted to me by Miss Charity, okay? She said, look at the function of the table, okay? The table supports whatever you put on it, okay? Also, you get your nourishment from the table. When you come down and you get you a good meal, the table feeds you. Whenever you are getting ready to have a conversation, when I grew up, we did our homework at the table. So I'm getting educated at the table. So the man is going to get fed, he's going to get nourished, and he's going to get support from the table. The fact that some men be like, what do you bring to the table, to discount all of the different things that a woman does is bananas. Because if we're not supporting and then there's this whole clip with TD Jackson, and he's saying that women are being raised to be men. But whose fault is that?
Mom.
Yes.
We talked about that. He said, stop raising our women to be men. That's what he said. He said, stop raising our women to be men.
And I agree.
I was telling Mo that I'm not really a TD Jakes fan like that, but what he said right there was so valid. And everything he said about that was valid because we've made our women so independent. We made our women I don't need no man. And she comes home and talk about, I don't need you. I could do this myself and all of that. And she's wrong.
Absolutely.
She's 1,000% wrong. And society has put this thing where the woman thinks that she can stand alone and conquer the world. You can't, because James Brown said, this is a man's world. And I don't care how educated you may be, how much money you're going to be, no disrespect to women, you still got to answer to a man because it's a man's world. It just is what it is. It's a man's world. But James Brown
who does the womb belong to, though?
To have a
Did you come from a man or a woman?
Excuse me?
Did you come from a man or a woman? You.
I came from a woman and a man together. A man and a woman had to make me.
Okay, but the woman.
She didn't make me on her own.
Absolutely. But to say it's a man's world without paying attention to the womb that it came from.
Okay, outside of that, it is a man's world.
Outside of that. But it begins with that.
Who runs the world?
How can you be outside of that?
Not instead of, but in addition to.
Who?
In addition to.
Right now, who makes the final decisions on this planet? Men do.
And that's why it's fucked up the way it is.
Men make the final decisions on the situation. I'm just keeping it funky. Men make the final decisions on the situation, but his woman is his confidant. She the one that a king is nothing without a queen. He tries to rule the king, and he goes to sit with her and be like, I fucked up. And she be like, yeah, you did.
So if he has to go to her for counsel and comfort and to help prepare him to get back out there and fight, then how the hell does the men rule the world?
Because that's just how it was set up.
Both have a role.
And just how it's set. Both have a role.
By who is it set up?
I agree with you. They both have a role. Like I grew up in a 2-parent home, so my moms and my pops was in a situation. You know what I mean? My pops went out, made the bread, came home, leave a check. Mom took the check and paid all the bills and took care of the household. Even though she worked too, mom worked too, but mom educated everybody, took care of whatever had to be took care of in the house, and paid all the bills. And pops ran around and did all the work. You know what I mean?
Wait. You just contradicted yourself. You said
That's what I was getting ready to get to, because there's a lot of misinformation. Go ahead.
Because you said Pop ran out there and did the work and got the money. Then you went right into your mom. You just mentioned Pops did one thing.
Right.
He went out there and got the bacon.
He went and got the bacon.
But you just told me that Mama fried the bacon.
Oh yeah,
Mama fed the kids the bacon.
Without question.
Okay, you named about 4 or 5 things that Mama did.
No, if Mom wasn't there, the house wouldn't have ran right.
So then how is it that men rule the world because they bring in the money? Your mama paid the bill, so she kept things moving in a direction that could keep the house and the house over your head, the lights on and all those kind of things. Because I guarantee you, your father, either he didn't know how or he just didn't have the patience. Because my grandparents raised me.
He didn't have the patience.
And that's why that's why I understand.
And he worked 3 jobs, so when he came home, he went to sleep. She had food. She had food there for him. She made sure that he ate, slept, made sure he was healthy.
That's a lot of work.
So he could, without question.
That's a lot of work. You named one thing Daddy did, not insignificant now, but you named one thing Daddy did, and you named about 5, 6 things Mama did. Let me just tell you.
It balances out, though. They balance each other.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying those. If that's your situation, then that's fine. If that's what you choose to do, but let's not say it's a man's world. Let's not do that, because we just proved that Mama was making it happen for the household, and your father was coming home to a place of peace, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, but if he didn't go out and work, he wouldn't be coming home to a place of peace.
That's why I said everybody has a role. I'm not saying that your father didn't do anything, but I'm saying, how can you say he ran the world? And let's just say he did. Let's just say we're going to stick to it says, yes, it's a whole lot of work. Let's just say it was a comment that came across. Let's just say he did run the world, right? Who gave him the ability? Let's just say we stick to your belief system. Who gave him the ability to be able to go out there and run anything? It's quiet in the Catholic Church.
Let me tell you, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. But what I'm saying to you is that he knew what his role was. And he didn't step outside his role. He knew what his role was.
And she didn't step outside of hers.
And right, she didn't step outside of hers. He ain't come try to balance the books and do none of that. He ain't do none of that. He come. You seen Fences. Denzel said on Fences. Denzel said, I come home, I leave the thing on the joint. She give me a $10, $12 from my pocket, and she take the rest of the money and do what she got to do. I don't question it.
She ran the house. She ran the children, and raised his child outside of the marriage.
Right.
She was running things.
Right. And he did what his job was: security, the maintainer of the crib, security of the crib, and to keep the people in the house in place.
And she didn't bring security to the table?
What security she bringing to the table?
Come on.
What security she
Come
bringing?
on,
I'm talking about.
I want to throw a rock at him.
What you mean security? I'm talking about he's securing the home.
Financially.
Julie, okay. Yeah, so what
security than financial security?
I'm talking about physically, the man is securing the home.
And she's physically securing the home too. The kids are in check. They're learning how to read. They're getting help with their homework. They're eating.
And when the kids get out of line for her, what she do? Don't let me tell your father.
I ain't got to say that. I'm sorry. I never did when I was married. I never had to say, I'm calling your father. I whipped those asses. Got that belt.
My mom
popped them legs.
My mom
and they got in that bed and they knew what time it was.
My mom's wasn't a beater. My mom's wasn't a strap holder. Pops was the disciplinary in the house.
And and everybody's household is different. So I can understand that.
Right.
Whoever was coming across with the discipline, it's not just the man. Sometimes it has to be the woman. But what I'm saying to you is
I'm not we both saying the same things, because I'm not disagreeing with you, because like you said, every household is different. But my pops ran the household. My pops ran the crib.
He ran the household, because now you're contradicting us a
Oh my
He
God.
went and got the dough
Right?
and brought it home, but your
Right.
mama baked the biscuits with the dough
Yeah,
and
she
fed
did.
the kids the biscuits.
That was her role. That she played her
But
role.
how did he run it just because he worked?
He didn't have to be there to run the house. Everybody was scared of Pops.
But you
And-
just said that she ran it. That came out of your
No,
mouth.
she ran the house to keep the bills afloat, the kids healthy to go to school. She made sure food was in the refrigerator and all that.
I think both of them came together and brought a beautiful balance to your home. I will say that. They were dedicated to one another and they wanted to make sure that house ran well. I would say both of them. And we had another comment that said it takes both of them. It does. But you saying that who rules the world, men rule the world, I have to absolutely disagree. And I know it's getting late because we're almost at an hour and a half. But I want to continue this next week because I need some more people to come on.
Right.
I need some more people to come on and let's get into it because this right here.
In this United States, who run the world?
I'm not even gonna answer your foolish ass.
I'm just saying.
I'm not even gonna
In this United States, and me and
Let me
Monique
say
talked
one
about
thing
this
real quick.
earlier.
Go ahead, John.
Because when you go to African countries, okay, it's a matriarchal society.
Very different.
Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say nothing else. Our culture is the only culture where women are so defiant to men, and our culture is the only culture that this happens. In any other culture, no disrespect, and I just don't take this disrespectful. Women know their place in every other culture, and you can check it, look at it. Chinese, Africa, Mediterranean, wherever you go, women know their place. In our culture, African American culture.
Okay, and what have we experienced as a people? Okay, have you read the Willie Lynch letters? Have you read that?
All about that. I'm saying that.
Okay, then.
This is the only
so if you know all about that, then you already know the plight of our people.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying this is the only culture.
No, I need you to get an understanding, not just the under, an understanding.
I'm there. I'm all the way there. The Willie Lynch law and all that. I study all that stuff. I'm in the mix. Again, if you go to any other culture, and this is a fact.
I disagree.
Any other culture on the planet, women know their place.
Have you checked out what was going on in different countries in Africa?
You go to Africa. You go to Africa if you want. You go to Africa. You can go anywhere in Africa if you want. I've been there. You go anywhere in Africa if you want.
You've been to every country in Africa?
No, I'm just talking about. I've been to Africa and I've been to a couple of spots in there. And you look around, and women know their place.
Not in every country is that, and not in every country are those cultures holding that same thought process. It's just not happening. And I'm gonna do my research from now to next week, and I'm gonna bring it black and white for you. Black and white, black and white.
African American women are the only women who don't know their place in the situation.
Let me tell you something my grandmother said, and I'll end my part with this. She said, because back in those days, she was born in 22, so let's just say 42. She 45, 6. She was starting to get. I think she was married to my grandfather. And let me tell you what she said to me when I was a little girl. She said, "Men want to be the head. That's fine." She said, "Let a man be the head, but the neck is the one that turns the head in whatever direction she wants it to go."
She was a wise woman.
And stayed married until he passed away for 60-some years.
She was a wise woman.
And that's my point. Go ahead and stand up proud, beat your chest, and say you the man and you running shit. But the neck is the one that turns the head of everything the way it wants to go. The way it wants to see things happen. The neck turns the head. And I will never forget that. That's why when we get into these things, I go back and have discourse or whatever because I like it. I love to debate, and that's fine. But I would never forget that.
No, she was a wise woman, and again, can never go against truth. But again, she's like, you heard what she said, let him be the head. Because he is.
Well, because he is, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't have the understanding because he's so focused like you on, I'm the head. We run the country. We run the world. We even run Africa. There's all kind of stuff. And she was trying to explain to me because of your ego. And you thinking,
if you out with a man and y'all go out, y'all move around together and you doing stuff with a man, right? You would, if somebody disrespects you, you expect for the man to step up and keep your honor intact and don't let nobody disrespect you, right?
I'm gonna tell you, guys out the truth. I'm gonna tell the guys out the truth. It just depends. If I'm out with him and a man steps up to say something, he gonna go and do what he gotta do. Let a woman stand up and try to say something, and I'm washing her and I'm dragging her.
I understand. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying this is a fact. Like if you out with a man and somebody says something out of line and he don't step up and say something, you're gonna turn around and look at him like
yeah, because he's a protector.
Why?
Because one of his roles is to be a protector, not a ruler.
But I'm saying he's the man.
He is the man.
Job.
He's the man, and that is his job
That's
to
his
protect.
job.
I just went to say he's a protector. When you look at the things in the order that things are supposed to be, you are a protector.
That's what I'm saying.
But that don't mean you rule. And certainly not the world.
Listen, the woman, he doesn't rule. Okay. He doesn't rule the world alone.
Okay. So he rules the world with his queen.
He doesn't rule the world alone.
So who does he rule the world with?
With his queen. He doesn't rule the world alone.
Both of y'all are working together to make things happen.
He doesn't rule the world alone, but certain situations he has to make the final decision.
I damn agree. And next week we are gonna pick this up.
We can pick it up.
Oh, we're gonna pick it up. And ladies and even gents, I want you to come in the chat, ask to join. We will join you in. We need to talk about this to get some clarity and understanding about our role.
Y'all know y'all role. Some of y'all do. All of y'all don't know y'all role. Because some of y'all think y'all men.
Women, do you hear me, ladies?
Some of y'all think y'all men.
I'm not even going to answer him. Don't forget to come in your Florida Evans pros, because we're still working on the true us. Do you know who you are? That's our title. And I know who I am. I'm a bald-headed ski jumper, and I'm okay with that until my hair grows back. But we're gonna pick up this topic, and ladies, I need you here. Men, I need you here. And I'm telling you, this is gonna be the topic until we get this together. Until we get right on point. Look, check them. Listen.
We trying.
We're trying.
Listen. We're trying.
He even did say and said men and women are ruling the world. But that whole last say business, we're gonna get on them next week now. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have a PowerPoint ready.
You have a PowerPoint ready?
Get a PowerPoint.
A PowerPoint presentation, and you know I'll draw a picture. I ain't gonna have a PowerPoint, but I'll draw a map or a picture for you. You know,
I make sure next Thursday, 9:00, we gonna be on point. Mo wanna know. We gonna hit this. We had a bunch of other stuff we had to talk about.
Yes.
We went left and went right, and then came back in the middle. So
that's it.
Crazy.
We went off topic with your bullshit, but nevertheless, that's a good topic because next week we're gonna work that out. We're gonna work you out.
We gotta work it out because that's the only way for us to come to some complete understanding and all of us for to be a union.
That's right.
All of us to be one union.
That's right.
Right hand, left hand, both hands wash the face.
Absolutely.
How about that? We love y'all. We be back. We see y'all next Thursday. Same bad time, same bad channel. Coach, we always appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Mo, listen, Mo, love you, Mo. You know
I
what
love
mean?
you
Give
too.
it up how you give it up. And next week is gonna be a situation. So
Yes.
easy.
Yes.